Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creator Team here on the PS... No, not on the PS5, on the PC. Forced to have it there. We are heading into round 7 tonight of our first season. We are heading to the Hungaroring, the Hungarian Grand Prix. We are just one day away from the Grand Prix itself. We are in debt, unfortunately. We're not doing too bad in the championships. We had a really big points haul in our previous race in Baku. A lot more points than I was expecting. It kind of went against my expectations as to how we were going to perform there. But I do think this track, which again, very different characteristics to Baku, could potentially be quite nasty. We've got a whole mixture of corners through here, and well, we're good in the high speed, which is definitely going to be important in some of these corners, as you can see. Not so good in the low speed, not so good in the medium speed, and there are quite a few important corners around there as well. Be interesting to see as well if the DRS works here, because it didn't on the console version, still doesn't, but I get the feeling it will work here because Melbourne works here, so on the PC. So hopefully we'll actually get this DRS zone active. This will be the first time I've run this circuit on the PC, so I guess we'll find out. Weather is going to be nice and dry, nice and hot on Saturday and the Friday. A little bit cooler on race day, which is really good because tyre wear will be a factor around this circuit. Tempted to keep an extra set of hard tyres available. Given our poor tyre wear compared to the rest of the grid, might need the extra hards, but by the same token, that means we have to give up additional softs in practice, which I don't really want to do either. I don't know what to do. Really not sure what to do. Let's see. We've got nothing that's going to be built in time. Everything is 4 days away, so we won't get that till we get back. Let's just double check both cars are on the same spec. So, yes. 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 And yes. And we do have at least one spare for each part, which is good. How you doing, Wayne? Good to see you. Hello to everyone else lurking in the chat. Please do feel free to say hello. Right. Let's see. Let's advance time. I take it you can hear me okay, Wayne. Please confirm if you can. There is the in-debt email. That's because we signed Chloe Chambers to our affiliate pool. There she is. We are going to get to the point where we're going to need to get rid of Daniel at some point. 5 is a lot. But, yeah, we are developing talent for the future. Like I said, I don't think we'll be able to keep hold of Porsche. I think his contract demands when we come to renegotiate will just be too high, given his talent level. His stats are already, with the full boost, looking very, very strong. And he's got another year and a half before his contract expires. By that time, I'm expecting this to be way out of control. He's still in max development as well, so Yeah, he could become an absolute beast. Let's look at changing up his training a little bit. Evening Farah, evening Dino. Let's move off, given that we've got reactions up to 100 with the current boost. We're kind of wasting a little bit of development there. So, cornering, braking, adaptability, and accuracy. Control is actually a little low. Braking, control, overtaking, defending. Let's put him on wet track for now to work on the control, smoothness, adaptability, and accuracy. I think that's going to be a good combo for him. Let's double check how Logan's getting on. He's on short run pace. Yeah, we need to keep him on that. Those stats not really high enough yet. Let's take a look at his overalls. He's pretty well balanced everywhere else. Nothing glaringly, you know, below everything else. So we can afford to leave him on short run pace training for now. Hopefully for the rest of this season. Let me just double check the training on our others as well. Yep. We've hit 100% on communication. So let's see. I want to keep working on composure. So let's get him on driver comms now. Ben, he's at 100 on composure. So let's get him working on car analysis. Let's check our other staff. These guys still not at full mentality yet, so I don't expect any of these values to be at 100 for either of them, and they're not, so we'll keep their training going as is. Julian, let's take a look. He's at 100 on processes. He is training that, so let's move him to... I want to keep him on training. Think which one is it? So training, yeah, we definitely want to keep training. Aptitude is what their actual points limit goes up to. Leadership, yeah, so let's get him working on training and leadership, on drill planning. There we go. Anyone else left to train? We'll leave the rookies to their thing at the moment. A couple of them are on very balanced, the others are on very specific training. Let's advance time. Oh no, we have done it already, haven't we? So we are at race day. The cars are checked and ready. Overall performance, including cooling, is terrible. But hopefully the car will be a little bit better than that. Let's take a quick look. Is this the last race before the mid-season break? I believe it is. No, it's not. We're way off. I'm thinking of the wrong campaign. We're only on round 7. We're way off, but we've got a 2-week break between Grand Prix, so that'll give us a little bit of time before we head to Imola, and then we've got 2 weeks until we go to a triple header of Austria, Monaco, and Spain. So let's see what our race targets are once we've checked our performance against the averages. Yep, still down 2 kilometers an hour on the average. That's not so good. Acceleration's still pretty strong, down 13 and a bit percent in DRS, down a significant amount in the low speed and the medium speed, up a little bit in the high speed, down a lot in dirty air. And we already know that cooling is a disaster compared to the rest of the grid. Yeah, it's not looking great, is it? What's the car performance showing us? No, 21st. Yeah, not great. So 18th for Teo. I think with clever strategy, we'll be able to get 18th for Logan. Beyond that, I think we might be pushing our luck. Teo could get up towards the points, but might be a bit of a struggle here.
Welcome to the beautiful Three Springs Valley, here in Hungary. You're joining us in Budapest for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Budapest was formerly 3 cities, and today they're all coming together to kick off what we hope will be a thrilling weekend of racing. Lewis Hamilton marked the previous race with yet another win and proved that he still has the tenacity to succeed in this sport. So stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. The weekend starts here.
Oh, Farah's already threatening the quiz. Joyous. Right, let's take a look then, shall we? Setup for this circuit is usually very high in terms of downforce. So, we'll have a good think about that. But before we do that, before I forget, let's look at putting in some practice parts. Got to be very careful with the practice parts we use because the temperatures are going to be very high, so they could wear out even quicker. Not going to risk that gearbox. We will use this one, and we'll save that one for a sprint weekend. Hope that it will get through the one session. Onto car 2. Can't use that engine, so I have to use this one. That's not ideal. We can use that ERS. If it fails, it doesn't matter. It's not being used through practice anyway, and it won't bring the car to a complete halt. And we'll have to stick with that gearbox. So there we go. Right, setups. We'll start with Logan's car, seeing as we're here. We are going to go with a full 10 on the front wing, and we're going to go with a 15 on the rear. We go with a 3.7 on my roll bar. It's usually in the 3.7 to 1.9 range. I don't think it usually goes any lower than that, but yeah, there's a first for everything. I'm going to go very low on my camber, and on this one I'm also going to go very low on my toe, and I can see straight away that this is not going to work, so I'm going to have to increase. No, I'm going to have to decrease my rear wing or decrease my front wing. I think I might go with that. Let's go with a 9.15. Seeing a very big gap towards the end of that window there, so I'm going to push that out to a 2.8 as well, and we'll go with that on that car. So the question now is, do I want to risk saving a set of extra hard tires? I'm not really planning on using the softs in the race, so I think we have to go medium in this first session and then softs in each of the next 2 sessions, I think, if we want to keep that extra set of hards available. Will mean we'll have one less set of softs available for qualifying, but I don't expect us to get both cars out of Q1, let alone Q2. So we'll see how that goes. Let's push the front wing up to a 15 again. That's about as far as I can take that by the look of it. Might be able to get away with that. No. So it's going to have to be a 9.15 again. Let's go with, once again, a 2.8, but this time we'll go a little different on this side. We'll actually drop that down a little bit. Actually, no, let's push it up a little bit. Let's go the opposite way to what we've done with the other car. So we went very low on the other car. On this car, we're going to go a bit higher. We are right on that border there. And let's see how we do with that. Run plan, we want to go, it's normally 20 laps for Hungary. We want to go for 28 laps, I think. In fact, actually, given we're going to be running softs, which won't last very long, let's actually put 32 laps of fuel in the car. Because we might have to do shorter runs on the softs. Right, Parts are done, setups are done, fuel, everything's done. Let's send them to the track.
Radio check.
Yeah, copy, same. Okay, lean on the tyres here.
Well, let's see if the DRS opens.
Radio check.
Copy, loud and clear.
Not yet.
Keep warming up the
It
brakes.
is practice.
Copy.
Don't know if it opens. It should open on practice, I think. We'll check when they come around again on the next lap. It might be just because
Just
it's
stay
a
on the
double
racing line
DRS
whilst you
zone, so
corner.
it's not registering
Copy.
us having activated the DRS for that zone.
Copy, copy.
I think Sargent might be a little quicker with a better gearbox. Let's find out. Right, so DRS opens on the main straight, no surprises there. Does it open on the run to turn 2? Yes, it does. Fantastic. There we go. It's what we wanted to see. All right, we do have some rookies in the car. Let's see. We probably could have run ours as well, but never mind. Holly Gunn is in for McLaren,
front left is
sitting in
low.
for Oscar. Arvid is sitting in for Max at Red Bull.
We need to work on the tyres. Keep the temperature. of the
Freddie
tyres.
Vesti is sitting in for George at Mercedes. Gabriele Mini is sitting in for Pierre Gasly at Alpine. Victor Martin is in for Yuki Tsunoda at Aston Martin. Hey, no infringing on the cheesy jokes. That's my job. Dino, you're fired.
Update.
All right,
when
we
you
have our
can.
first bit of feedback.
Copy that.
87. That's not too bad. Room for improvement, definitely. I would imagine we've probably got the roll bar wrong, amongst a couple of other bits.
How does my tires look?
Oh, only 73 for for Sargent. We've gone very wrong with Logan's car there.
And try to keep the temperature on the tyres.
That's not so good.
Let us know your comments.
Quite happy.
Yeah, understood, mate.
Okay, so it's pretty close between the two in terms of pace. Sargent actually a bit slower. Maybe that's the battery. No, they're not using the battery. Oh yeah, this has got a healthy gearbox in it this time, that's why. Oh, we are supposed to be in harvest. There we go. I missed that one.
Energies are good.
Copy.
That might also explain why Porsche has been lapping quicker. A lot of cars piling up here behind Logan Sargent. That makes me a little nervous. So the downside of running slow is that you can sometimes end up with all of the guys that are likely to take someone out piling up right behind you at the same time. Look at the tyres, down to 51% after half an hour of running. Yeah, I think saving those hard tyres is definitely the right decision. Okay, so 32 laps got them down to about 40%. Good to know. And that's low speed, ultra conserving running as well. So we're bang on with the rear wing. Front wing needs a little tweak, but we can't tweak it using the front wing angle because that will break the rear wing. So it's going to have to be done with the roll bar, which is in the wrong position. Let's push it out to a 1.9. No, wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. That's actually pretty close. So it's this that needs to change. I'm going to go down. Let's try that and see how that works. And this car is very wrong. We are off on the rear wing. It's a 14.5. Did not expect that. Let's go to a 1.9 then. That sets that up quite nicely as well. I'd like that to be a little bit bigger. Try doing it that way instead. That gives me a little bit of movement there. Yeah, we'll go with that. Oh, someone's binned it. It's not Alonso. Oh, it's a Ferrari. It's Charles Leclerc again. Oh my God, what is going on with Charles Leclerc this season?
No. No. No.
And clearly they're not what everyone in the garage would have wanted to see.
And that's him out. And heavy damage to that Ferrari. Ferrari are going to have all sorts of penalties for Leclerc at some point this year with new engine parts.
Oh, come on! What the?
The team glued to the monitors.
And Leclerc's season is just so chaotic at the moment. He either performs really well or has a massive error somewhere. Sometimes both in the same weekend. Actually, more often than not, it's probably both in the same weekend. And that is immediately going to put him on the back foot. Showing some decent pace as well, top of the leaderboards. Maybe he and Hamilton can get matching t-shirts. You know, Hamilton's can say I'm with stupid and Leclerc's can say that's me. I'm stupid. It's a real contrast at Ferrari with Hamilton absolutely flying high this season and Leclerc having an absolute shocker. Very unexpected. I doubt those tyres will manage a full 25 laps, but we'll see. Hopefully they will. Run plans are done. Setups are already changed, don't have to worry about that.
Green light.
Yeah, I am struggling to understand why Leclerc just gone into freefall this season. I think we'll have to scout him out, see what his mentality's like, because, I mean, his results when he's finished
We'll need
have been
good
pretty
warm-up on
decent,
the
but
brakes.
he hasn't finished, I think, a couple of times now, and he's had a fair few accidents in qualifying and practice. Let's see. I think this information here is before we go into this circuit. So you can see with powertrain usage, he's already on his second engine and second gearbox. I think he could be potentially going into higher parts already as a result of that. He had a brand new engine and a brand new ERS. No, brand new gearbox in the car at Baku after his big crash. Let's wait for him to come out on track. And see what his car parts are looking like at the moment. So his engine's down to 70%. And that's a new gearbox by the look of it. 99% brand new gearbox. Oh boy. Not a good start to the year at all. We're only on race 7. And he's almost blown through his entire engine allowance. He's lucky that Flavio doesn't work for Ferrari. He'd be out.
Any feedback on the car?
You just know that he'd be trying to get Alonso
Copy that.
back in the car. Right, we have feedback from both drivers. Let's
How's the
see
car?
how those changes have worked out.
Car's good.
90 and
Copy that,
94, so a little bit more work to do, more so with Teo than Logan, but we have made progress with both. That's good. Driver prep up to 45%, not counting the setups at all. So we can probably call them in a little early. See what do we need to change. So we're good. Roll bar needs to change. That's going to be a 3.7 then, which means we need to bring that back there, and then that is going to need to drop, which means we're going to have to bring that back again, and that means no, that's brought the front wing back under control as well. Let's try that. Take a look at Sergeant. Little tweaks needed. We need to find 6%. That's probably going to be achieved simply by moving the camber. That's it. We'll just go with that one move. That's going to change a little bit on the traction. It's going to change our cornering. It's going to change that. It's going to change that. It's a little bit too much. So I'll just bring that back a touch as well. And then I think that should, if we've gone the right way, should give us, hopefully, the percentage change that we need. We've got a VSC. Is it Charles? Where is Charles? He's in the garage.
And
it's
here
not
we've
Charles.
got a yellow flag.
It's a Sauber. Nico Hulkenberg's out. That Audi in the barrier.
And just like that, the hopes of the team start to dwindle.
BSC is ending. So we've had 2 retirement crashes already. And we haven't even got into 3rd practice yet. Right, let's see. We know about Logan's issue. What's wrong with Alonso's car? Gearbox. So if that goes orange before we get to qualifying, he'll be fine. They'll swap it out. If it goes orange during qualifying, then he will get a pit lane start. Looks like he's in the garage at the moment. Oh, there we go. He's on and out. Now he's in the garage. There we go. That's the end of the session. So we'll keep an eye on Alonso in the next session, see if his gearbox goes orange. For his sake, he'll be hoping it does, because then he can get it changed out by the team without a penalty. And let's see if our changes are correct. We are going to put softs on again. We're only going to have 2 sets of softs for qualifying, but like I said, I'm not expecting us to do much in qualifying at all. We'll go with just 20 laps this time. Should be enough. Soft and soft. Okay.
The green light.
Alonso now out on track. Getting close to feedback from Porsche. Optimal is always encouraging. There we go. We nailed it. Fantastic. He's now at 100%.
Yes,
once the setup is factored in, so we can go ahead and call Teo in now. And we just caught him before he went round for another lap. 92%. We went the wrong way with Logan.
Copy.
Copy.
But we're at 51%, not counting the setup. I'm actually going to leave him out until he finishes his run, which is only going to be another couple of laps anyway. Just to give us a little bit more leeway. We will make some adjustments, but we won't send him back out. And we'll just cross our fingers that we actually get it to 100. If we don't, as long as we are making moves in the right direction, we'll be alright. And we'll still end up with 100% prep. Just a short run for Alonso. Let's keep him out there just for an extra couple of laps. 52. If we get to 53.
Box. Stop outside your garage.
Yep, copy.
That would be preferable. We've got a VSC. Has someone binned it again?
Make sure the delta's positive.
Portoletto's out. The other Audi having some misfortune now.
There's a yellow flag now. So we're heading now into turn 5. Clearly unable to take evasive action.
Very
That will
similar
have knocked their
to
confidence, I'm
Charles
sure.
Leclerc's crash in FP1. So that's 3 retirement crashes.
And while all that was
So
happening,
far.
the
One
crew
in
in the
each practice
garage
session.
could do nothing but watch on.
Does Borgletto have any dialogue?
Hey, what the f happened?
Yes, he does. Come on, there we go, 53%. Let's call them in. No clues at all there. We did go down 2%. So let's go the other way. Let's see if that works. And that's it for us, for practice. And oh, it's a VSC ending. I thought we had another VSC for a second then. Alonso has still not gone orange. He's not really done much in the way of running this session. See if he comes back out in the second half. He is back out. As I said, for his sake, he's going to hope that his gearbox goes orange. For my sake, I hope it doesn't. And then goes orange in practice, in qualifying. Make him start from the pit lane. And he's back in the garage already. So just a very short afternoon for Fernando. Which means we are likely to see gearbox issues rearing their head for him at some point this weekend now. Which it might be better for us if he has the gearbox issues in the race rather than qualifying. He is back out again. This is only going to be for a couple of laps because there's only 5 minutes left on the clock. Is he going to get lucky here? No, he's not. So, that works to our favour. Antonelli looking pretty quick.
Welcome to qualifying. Let's find out if all that practice will pay off for the drivers.
The Hungaroring short circuit can get crowded during Q1 and Q2. Teams need to get their drivers out there and in the best position to set a fast lap or risk being caught out.
Karun, don't you think it's going to be interesting to see what happens for the Alpine driver today?
Well, neither teammate has really managed to score well so far. Perhaps picking up a few points this weekend would spur on a bit of healthy rivalry.
Fortunately for us, it's nearly time for them to hit the track.
All right, car park time. I'm going to continue with that ERS. Could well develop some issues. If that wasn't already with an orange warning symbol, I would possibly have gone with that one as well, but we are going to have to go with that one. Gearbox is still fine. This is our very limited choice of tyres. 2 sets of softs, that's it. So we're going to be making, you know, hardly any progress in terms of runs. We'll try and get 2 runs in the first session. If we get through to the next session, we'll continue to run on the same tyres and then maybe throw a set of softs on to see if we can improve towards the end.
Okay, should be green now.
Behrman going out early right behind Logan Sargent. Keep an eye on tyre temps.
And we need a good warm-up on the brakes.
Copy.
They're not warming up very fast, are they? Track temperature is 43.6 degrees as well.
You're clear ahead. You're clear to push. And track is clear, track clear. Will be charge button
Right,
off.
so
last corner.
Sargent, his tyres up to temp as he starts his lap just about. Hopefully Porsche's will be up to temp by the time he hits turn 1. Yes, there will be. That's good. A little bit of traffic ahead by the look of it. It's Fernando. Oh, he gets in the way. Really slow at Behrman behind us. Nope. Really slow at Teo. Oh wow, Behrman is up by 4/10 at the moment. Teo didn't get held up. Interestingly, both of our drivers had a better first sector than Norris. So 1:14.0, 1:13.7 for Behrman. And Teo, a 1:13.7, 0.6 of a second quicker. Didn't set a single purple sector, but was consistent enough across the whole lap to move ahead of Ollie by the finest of margins there. So let's see how Fernando does. Oh, it's not Fernando who's binned it, it's Albon, I think. It is. There we go. It's another red flag in qualifying. That's turn 2, I think. He turned up just in time, safety Clark.
Oh.
And once again, a lot of cars have been caught out there and wasted their first run by not being able to set a time. George is currently quickest by 4/10 from Tsunoda, Piastri, Antonelli and Verstappen. Charles Leclerc's on a lap. It's looking good. It's looking very good. And he is nearly 2.5 tenths quicker than George Russell. We are getting ready to go out again. So Pourchaire's looking like he might be safe,
Tire temps
at
good.
least at the moment anyway.
Watch for traffic.
Sargent definitely
Mode
needs
push
to
for last
find a
corner.
bit more.
Mode
He is
push.
currently in the drop zone.
Nice big gap ahead. Okay, we've got to go.
And we're going to give potentially a bit of a toe to Pierre Gasly. Let's see how his sectors stack up against Teo. Teo actually slightly quicker than Lawson in the first sector there. Sargent in the ballpark, fractionally quicker than Gasly. That's encouraging. Russell moves up into second place, sets a new purple final sector. It's 25.9 in the middle. It's down a few tenths on Lawson, but still within the ballpark of Lawson's time. Sargent has found an improvement in the middle, but he's still down a couple of tenths for Teo. Max now 26.1 in the opening sector. That is rapid. Pourchaire crosses the line, does not
Yeah,
improve.
Peter.
He is 10th. What can Logan do? Oh, it's the bad final sector. He has not improved. He lost it all in the final sector. Sargent's out.
Copy, copy.
Let's turn our attention to Verstappen. So Behrman and Sainz, Norris can't improve above Teo. Bortoletto's on an improved lap. I think Valtteri and Hulkenberg might be on in laps. That or they've been hit with traffic, so I'm not worried about them. Yeah, Bottas is on a flying lap. He's not going to improve. Second, yeah, with that horrible first sector look, 30 seconds. I think Pourchaire is safe. Yeah, Pourchaire is safe. Sargent is out. Max got within a tenth of Charles Leclerc. Hamilton improves up into P4. And that is everyone done and dusted. So Alonso is out. Did his gearbox go? We'll check in a minute. Bottas is out. Logan Sargent is out. Pierre Gasly's out. And Nico Hulkenberg is out, along with Alex Albon, who crashed. And Alonso's gearbox still yellow, so could still fail. Going to be a slow, painful afternoon for Logan Sargent, starting down at P19.
So now we have green light.
This is going to be an appallingly slow time. Given the state of those tyres. We will send them straight back out on the same tyres again. Get that confidence boosted a little bit more.
So at the moment you are P9.
P9. That's not bad. Unexpected. Tyres at 50% now. They're done. We've got a new set of soft tyres. We never looked at Logan's setup to see whether or not we'd actually improved it or not. Hopefully we have. Now we wait. Doohan looking to sneak in behind us here. To the sectors. Use Lawson as a comparison, given that he's just a little bit further ahead of us on track. More sights. Lawson, you can see he's actually in the top 10 at the moment. He's improving. We've matched Lawson in the first sector. Leclerc needs to find improvement because he's not safe. Leclerc is 10th. Leclerc could get knocked out again. We found an improvement in the middle sector. We're down a couple of tenths on Lawson. It's going to be tight with Charles Leclerc. We need a mighty final sector. Can we knock him out? Oh, Sainz has knocked him out. We finished just behind Leclerc, but Sainz is out now. Doohan gets through. Behrman's already done. So Sainz is out in 11th. Leclerc is out in 12th again, out in Q2. We're out in P13. Schumacher in 14th. Behrman's 15th. Bortoleto 16th. Doohan, Lawson, Ocon, Piastri, Norris, Tsunoda, Verstappen, Russell, Antonelli, and Hamilton making it into the top 10. Let's see who puts it on pole. It's Lewis by over 3/10 in the end. George will line up alongside him in P2. Then it's the two Red Bulls, Max and Liam, 3 and 4. Antonelli in 5th. Piastri, reigning world champion, in 6th. Then it's Tsunoda ahead of Norris. Ocon in 9th. Doohan in 10th.
There's a fantastic atmosphere here at the Hungaroring today as we prepare for 70 laps of thrilling F1 action.
The heart may be in Budapest, but the racing soul is right here. Decades of F1 history saturate every turn of the Hungaroring, including the 1989 Grand Prix, where Nigel Mansell bullied his way from a P12 start to an ultimate victory.
The Hungaroring is one challenging succession of corners and turns. With few straights, it's affectionately known as the go-kart circuit. Drivers will have to find a proper rhythm to make the most of the layout, and for cars, low-speed downforce will be paramount. It's race day, with the teams and drivers ready and raring to go.
Okay, strategy time. We saved an extra set of hard tyres. Was that the right decision? Was it a necessary decision? Looks like on this. Probably not, but we know tyre temps are going to be high. Oh, chat disconnected and is now reconnected. That's not encouraging. We will have an extra set of softs, I think. I'm wondering if we start on a set of softs just to try and gain some track position. And then maybe we go hard. Something like that, perhaps. Or possibly something like that. No, that is 4 seconds quicker. We'll do that, and then we'll keep the mediums in reserve in case we get a weird safety car situation. Logan's tyre wear is very different. His tyre wear is not as good, so don't know if we can do the same strategy. We'll have a look. We can. So we'll go with that then. We are going to take some fuel out of the car. We're going to take 3 laps out. How much fuel is it for a lap? 1.4 kilos. There we go. Starting 13th and 19th. Porsche should be able to easily achieve his sponsor's target of 18th and maybe get himself into contention for a point or two. Sargent is going to have a fight on his hands to get a decent position. If we can get him up to 16th, I'll be happy with that, I think. Let's send them to the grid for the start of the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. Our attention shifts to Lewis Hamilton and what he can produce in this race.
They start in P1, but will they be able to stay there? The first corner could be so crucial.
Here we go. It's time to go racing. And here we go with the Hungarian Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
All right, we've got a good start. Very good start. Porsche up to 11th already. Sargent's up to 16th as well, briefly. Battling with Mick Schumacher at the moment. Here comes Leclerc looking to go back up the inside of us. He will get through. But even so, 12th place, that's a position gained for Teo. Sargent has had to settle for 18th, but that's still a position gained for him as well. Pretty good start, all things considered. And Alonso is still running that gearbox yellow, so that will start to get worse as the Grand Prix goes on. That could really affect his pace. That will help out Sargent, hopefully.
DRS enabled.
So interestingly, Hamilton has started on mediums, and then Red Bull and Ferrari, Red Bull and Mercedes have split their strategy. So each one has a driver on softs and a driver on hards. That'd be interesting to see how that plays out. Piastri's on softs, Norris is on hards, so they've done the same thing. Ferrari split theirs a little bit, Leclerc on softs, but he needs to make the positions early on, so that makes sense, him being on softs. Sargent is just drifting a little bit. Potentially going to fall out of the window if we're not careful. I need to make sure that we don't drop off Leclerc as well. So I'm going to actually push the battery now. I'm going to have to do it
all the boost back
for both cars, because once we start to create a gap in front, others will fill in. We'll push the fillet and leave Mick behind. And Logan. There he is. We've got a fault for Albon.
I think we have an issue with the car at the low speeds.
Not sure what fault that would be. Piastri's got an issue as well. Max now closes the gap on Hamilton. Has the DRS. Could try and make a move into turn 2 here. Well, I suppose technically you could argue it's turn 3. He does, and he is through. And George will want to do the same as quickly as he can. Let's see what those issues are then. So it's Piastri, and it's engine for Piastri, and it was Albon as well, wasn't it? And it's engine for Albon. Leclerc up into the top 10 already. Looking to put some pressure here on Carlos Sainz. Don't want to make the move before the end of the lap
And
now.
charge button on, please.
Sargent all over the back of Bortoletto here. He's going to have a look. He thinks better of it. I see Bottas and Hulkenberg about to trade blows.
So deployed.
Now we might get a bit of a slipstream from the back of Schumacher there to help us. We have the inside line though. And there we go, we are through. Porsche has still not got through on
He
sights.
does a good job. Schumacher is
Now he gets through, there we go. And Leclerc's up to P9, he's now splitting the
Overall, good
McLarens.
job. Next car in front is Norris. Gap to him 1.7.
Here's the replay. Now we're watching the action closely here. The opportunity's there,
Yeah, I can't believe we didn't get him in the DRS zone.
and the overtake
But
is
at least we
made.
did get it done on the exit of turn 2, turn 3. Yeah, it's officially designated as turn 2. This here apparently doesn't count as a bend. So that is turn 2, turn 3, then turn 4, then turn 5. Right, we have caught the back
No energy.
of Norris.
And we need charge button on. Charge button on.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Is Sargent in DRS range? Yes, he is.
Reminder on
Out of
DRS.
battery now, but in DRS range. See, we can maybe, we are pretty close. Let's see if we can go into harvest mode and start to recover a little bit of battery.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Let's do the same with Porsche.
And charge button on. Charge button on.
So we need to manage ball.
So Alonso having a little look because we were slow out of the final turn.
Alonso behind with DRS.
Copy.
And we get through on Piastri, and Piastri gets pushed a little wide as well.
You're doing a good job
Alonso's
of
through.
tires.
DRS very much helping us there, but we're into the top
Charge
10.
button on.
Piastri struggling for pace. It's again McLaren not having the greatest performance. would love to know what's gone wrong with McLaren. They were so strong last season. They started this year as the highest ranked team. I did edit the team performances a little bit to close them all up because of the regulation changes. But McLaren was still top.
Right, let's concentrate.
Behind Piastri.
Gap to him 1.7.
And Ferrari have certainly kicked on. McLaren seem to have stood still or even potentially gone backwards
Just
a little
focus on
bit.
charging a pack.
Mercedes have kicked on as well. And Red Bull's starting to kick on.
He just has DRS. How are the tyres?
Tires are pretty good.
So Alonso's tyres have taken a hammering already. I think we might well see a fair few 3 stops here today.
And tyre phase update when you can.
I'm going to try and push Sargent forward a bit. Don't want him to
Bring the
overtake
pack up.
Schumacher just here. That would be bad. We've got a yellow flag. Oh! We come to a stop. What happened? Piastri. Oh, Piastri had a spin. Ended up blocking the track.
Just had a snap.
Now we're not going to get that DRS boost that we needed. But that's a huge gap that's just opened up. 8.5 seconds to the back of Doohan. And I can see Piastri dropping down another place or two at this rate.
Continue, keep going.
And some lift off if you can.
Got it.
Left the coast now.
Copy.
Let's bring our engine temps down a little bit, start a little bit of fuel
Copy.
saving. This is why under fuel. Not out of any major expectation of safety cars, but more to be able to control engine temps. Interestingly, tyre temps have been absolutely fine. The cool conditions only really seem to be affecting air temp. Track temp's still pretty high at 42.2 degrees. But the tyres aren't doing too bad. Now Schumacher is in
Use energy.
a dangerous
Copy.
position here for us to attack him.
Continue like this.
Through we go,
Good job.
and off we go. 16th place for Logan Sargent.
Car head signs.
There we see it from the helicam. Not that convincing in terms of speed overtake there, because our speed isn't bad, but it is a very long DRS zone, thankfully. We are straight onto the cars in front of us.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Let's try and punch our way past Alonso, because I think we're being held up by Alonso now.
use the energy.
Copy.
Don't have a huge amount of battery, but we've got enough. We get alongside, and now we can break free. Let's see if we can close up to Norris and leave
You're doing a
Alonso
good job.
behind.
The next car in front is Norris. Gap to Norris in front.
So let's take a look at the replay. So here we go, heading into turn 1. Can they squeeze by? And the overtaking.
I'm expecting Alonso to start pushing again in a lap or two.
Man, I can't get close.
Keep going.
And with that huge gap for Sargent, that might end up being the limiting factor of how high he can potentially go. The fact that he's now already quite a margin behind, thanks to Piastri's spin. And we just missed out.
And charge button on. Charge button on.
Oh, we've got a yellow flag.
No lift off needed. You are
What
doing
happened?
a good job.
A lock-up for Liam.
It's the Red Bull driver. Things look fine here.
In a world of his own there. Both on track and
Struggling
in
with
his
the
head
car.
there.
By that point, it
Just,
was
uh,
just too late.
Not paying attention. Piastri's engine issue has cleared up. Sargent is past Sainz
job.
by the look of it, up to 15th.
Let's
We
see
missed
what
that.
happened there. Okay, so heading into turn 1 here. It's certainly inviting.
Oh yeah, just diving up the inside.
And ahead goes Logan Sargent.
I think we definitely made the right choice starting on the soft tyres. Got a chance here to get past the Haas of Ollie Behrman.
T15.
Couldn't quite get the move done. We had to back out and we've lost some momentum. But Behrman has now lost the back of
Sainz is the
Oscar.
car behind. Sainz 0.6 behind.
We'll keep putting the pressure on. Russell's tyres are almost gone. Look at the difference between him and Verstappen.
Overtake is available.
And that is Sainz and Bortoletto into the pits. First stop of the day. That's medium tyres. That points towards a 3-stop. Hard tyres for Bortoletto. Could still be 3-stopping. Depends how hard he pushes those hard tyres.
So we can do a bit of lift and coast. Tyre feedback when you can.
I'm
And that's
starting
Charles
to struggle
Leclerc.
with it.
mediums for Charles. Alonso's in now.
So we believe we will be soon.
Alonso is an interesting one to keep an eye on. He will get an undercut now on Porsche. He's going on to hard tyres.
We're ready in pit lane.
We're going to be stopping ourselves in the next lap or two.
Gasly does have DRS.
So Leclerc has come out in 11th place, ahead of Behrman by about 3 seconds. So he's got clear air to run up to the back of Jack Doohan. Alonso, though, is going to hit the back of this queue pretty soon. And we have a yellow flag as George hits the pits. It's a lockup for
Now we can
Bortoletto.
see what happened. Now this was the Sauber. Things were all right here. Well, you can see the lockup, and they'll need to be
Just a
mindful of the
repeat of
effect
what
that
Lawson
had
did.
on the tyres.
So George boxing early, going for an undercut. He had pushed those tyres very hard. He's going for another set of softs. This to me is screaming 3 stops. I don't think they're going to be brand new, those tyres. Oh, they are. Ooh, maybe then. Maybe. Right, we've lost the back of Behrman and Piastri. Fighting hard to keep Gasly behind us, which we have managed to do.
No saving required.
Engine temps back under control, so we can stop the fuel save again. We started at what, 4.2 kilos under fuel, so we saved a kilo already. Saved a little bit less than that for Teo, who has George Russell right behind him now.
Tyre phase update when you
George
can.
is going to try and punch through. He has to hit the curbs. I was going to let him through and try and get some battery off him, but he'll get an overtake on us now. Looking at the strategy prep, we are boxing in a couple of laps for each driver,
And Russell behind with DRS.
and we still have a good amount of battery, so let's push the tyres for the next 2 laps.
You can use the rears more aggressively if you need to.
As Oscar is in.
Race is long.
That's a slow stop. I mean, it's clean, but it's slow. At least it felt slow. Anyway, Hamilton has developed an issue. Didn't catch the banner in time. Let's wait till he crosses the line. We'll take a look and see what it is. Russell's gone, look, he's already way ahead of us on the back of Ocon. Got past Norris very quickly as well. Let's see what the fault is for Hamilton. It is gearbox. And there we go, new fastest lap for George Russell.
And box now, box.
Charles
Keep confirmed.
Leclerc goes even quicker.
Copy, box.
He goes a second quicker.
Box, box.
Box.
I am definitely expecting to be lapped, at least with Logan, maybe Porsche. Leclerc's past Doohan and he's all over the back of me on the back of Norris. Don't think I'm going to get him.
Charge button on, charge
Save
on.
some battery on the run to the pit lane. Probably go another lap, actually. Let's go another lap. Sargent will just attack and then come in this lap.
And box is lap box.
Through goes Leclerc, but we'll get a lap of charging on the main straight in DRS. Just as Yuki's into the pits. Solid stop there for Aston. Behrman's coming in. That's
In the pit
important
lane.
for us. Medium tyres, I think, for Ollie Behrman. It's a decent stop for us, 2.4 seconds. Behrman's out as well.
Caution one on exit.
I think we may have closed the gap ever so slightly, but not by a lot.
One point two ahead. You're closing on them. 6 seconds.
We need you to increase lift and coast.
Copy.
So what's going on with this quiz then, Farah?
Pit lane.
I'm going to test my knowledge. There's Doohan's coming in behind us, but he's a fair way behind us. I'm not worried about that. We've now got damage to Gasly and Hulkenberg. I wonder if that's underfloor damage. It's not bad. Would have been nice to be a little bit
Watch a
quicker than
wide
that.
line on exit.
Hulkenberg is in. 6th quickest time. You can see how Sargent's fared.
At the moment, P11.
We can give it another 10 laps or so if you want. Depends how many questions you've got, I suppose.
Okay.
Think about K0 to give you the energy.
Copy.
And more energy
Right,
available.
Schumacher's in.
Copy, copy.
Gasly has DRS.
Yeah, copy.
We hold off. Yeah, Gasly. It's looking a little cloudier. Yeah, track temp has come down a little bit, I think. just clouds in that particular area. Max is in. And so is Verstappen. So is Lawson behind him. Once again, beautiful pit work there from Red Bull.
And charge button on. Charge
Still
button
haven't been able
on.
to shake
Copy.
Gasly.
Tyres are looking good.
Tyres are in the window now, though. That's good. Behrman gets past Sainz. Albon has just developed a serious issue. Bottas has got an issue as well.
It's like the engine was not pulling into turn 1.
So I'm not going to drop Gasly, but if I can at least get close enough to Sainz, I can protect myself, maybe even gain a place as well. I'm almost out of battery though.
Lean on your tyres. Overtake is available. Copy. No energy.
Yep, copy.
I need you to do more high-speed management. 6-7.
Copy.
6 and 7 is the chicane.
Gasly has DRS behind.
Yeah, copy.
And now we should be able to sit here for a bit. In fact, let's see if we can actually, because we're close now, let's see if we can harvest as well.
Carlos Sainz ahead.
Antonelli has the lead by a second and a half
behind you,
from
Gasly.
Lewis Hamilton. Neither of them
Gasly
have stopped
behind,
yet. They
point
might
three.
well stop this lap.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
Just dropping off the back of Sainz.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Damn it. Shouldn't have harvested. That's silly. They're both going another lap. And Gasly does finally get through. That's been a long time coming. Can we stay with him?
Still a lot to play for.
We
There's a
are
car
lapping
behind Albon.
over a second slower than Ocon, but Ocon's on softs. And so that's not that surprising. We are losing quite a lot of time to Jack Doohan. I think Doohan might have pushed a little bit on that lap. We've been dropped, well and truly. Hard tyres, unfortunately, might not have any pace. see pit stops from these two this lap. They're at 32%. Hamilton's in. Antonelli's going again. What tyres can we expect on the Ferrari here? Hard tyres. That's 47 laps. That's a lot. I think he's going to stop again. Question is, what tyres will he put on? Maybe softs. He's going to get out just behind Charles Leclerc. So Antonelli now needs a good in lap. Hamilton needs a good out lap. This could decide the lead of the Grand Prix, albeit temporarily. Doohan has just caught and passed Piastri.
All right, let's concentrate.
Now we should be able to take a look here.
Antonelli
Now,
is
this was at
peeling into the
turn
pits.
It's there for the taking. The points in touching distance now. They're 11th.
So can Kimi get out in front of Hamilton? Can he get out in front of Leclerc? I don't think so. Leclerc will get out ahead of him, I think. George has moved into the lead, but will need to stop again. There's Charles Leclerc. Where is Hamilton? There's Hamilton. Hamilton did get the undercut. Albon has a failure. There's no smoke coming out the... Oh, no, there we go. That's smoke. That's the terminal engine failure. I think it's engine. That is not a happy Mercedes engine.
One car stop outside of the track. ERS.
Copy, copy. Yes, terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Where is Sargent? He's still...
Doing a good
Oh,
job
no,
with
look
the
at the wrong
tires.
car. Sargent
Copy.
has been dropped by Gasly by 4.5 seconds. He's got Sainz all over
Good
the
job.
back of him.
Gasly ahead.
The others are pushing their tyres though,
Gap
look.
ahead, 4.5.
So we're playing a long game here. We're stopping less than the cars around us. Can we save enough time? Oh, it's a bad stop for Lando. Problems getting that right rear, that left rear off. Porsche will go through. There he is.
And charge button
Put him back
on,
onto Doohan.
charge button on.
Copy.
Bad lap for Sainz. Oh, his tyres are giving up, look.
brilliant time management.
So Leclerc and George both going to be in around the same sort of time. Hamilton's right there with Leclerc. Antonelli's right behind as well. Hamilton goes through as Lawson sets a new fastest lap. Will Antonelli get through here as well? He kind of needs to. Could get held up here. Hamilton's gone already. He's already a second clear of Charles. Ferrari playing a tactical game here. Just hold up Kimi a little bit, give Hamilton a little bit of breathing room. We know in reality the answer is no, because the game isn't that clever, but it's nice to put a little bit of story to it sometimes. Kimi will get an easy overtake on Leclerc here. Fastest lap for Lewis Hamilton, a 1:17.0. Leclerc goes defensively. He's going to make Antonelli go around the outside, but he's got so much more grip. That's an easy move for him. DRS opens up again and he's off and away after Lewis. But he's lost 3 seconds to Lewis being stuck behind Leclerc for a lap. Let's see if he can answer back with the fastest lap of his own. Well, 17.8 wasn't the fastest lap, but it was certainly quicker than Hamilton there by 1.2 seconds. Hamilton's got an Audi in front of him. That's got to be Bortoletto. It is. Bortoletto's pulled over and let him through already. Antonelli's through, and Russell's just 3.8 seconds up the road. Now that they're clear of Charles Leclerc, they are flying, these two. And Lawson's caught Charles Leclerc as well. Leclerc's going to have to box this lap, surely. Alonso's gearbox still hasn't given out any damage yet. As Russell comes in. And so does Charles. So that will promote Liam Lawson up. Hamilton takes the lead. Antonelli just 1 second behind him now. Took another 0.6 of a second out of him. He's in DRS range now as well. Hard tyres for Charles Leclerc. Theoretically, they could go the distance. I don't think they will. Same for George. George has been pretty aggressive with his tyres so far. So I expect him to stop again. It's not been convincing pace from Logan. This is about where I was
How are the
expecting him
tyres?
to finish, around 16th.
Not bad.
Still got plenty of tyre life though. We will hopefully eventually start to close back in on some of the cars in front. Porsche matching Ocon and Doohan, but their tyres are in worse shape, Doohan's in particular. And
Tyre
Norris
phase update
is now
when you
starting to close up and put some pressure on us. We are going to push and see if we can get onto the back of Doohan to protect us from Lando.
And you can use all the boost bar.
Behrman's not too far behind as well, although he's about to stop. I think Porsche might avoid being lapped, but I think the Sargent is going to get lapped. He's not that far on track ahead of Hamilton and Antonelli. And we're not even at half
Norris
distance
behind
yet.
with the DRS.
Of course, the other thing is
At the moment,
Sargent hasn't
11.
had anything to do for a while, so his confidence will probably reset back down to starting level. And I forgot to check his setup again. Yeah, he's back at starting level, but he's in very high, so we got
Car
very,
behind is
very
Norris.
close if we didn't nail it.
Gap to him 1.4.
That overtakes the Porsche, gives him a big boost. He's very close now to getting peak confidence. And now what I need is for Doohan and Norris to slow each other down.
And we need to increase pushing status.
Can I break? Look, I need to break Doohan here. Can I break him in the last couple of corners?
You can push.
I'm very tempted to see if I can actually move him onto a set of mediums at the end here.
And just a reminder on DRS.
I think I might have
Copy,
just
copy.
broken Doohan's DRS there. It's tight, it's very tight. I think we got him. We did, but he's got a slipstream. We have no battery. All right, let's burn the battery out of turn one. Now we'll go into
Charge
neutral.
button
We've
on.
almost caught
Charge button on.
Copy, copy.
Ocon. We burn the tyres for the rest of this lap and then cool them down again. That will give us the gap that we need. I think I might have to do something similar for Sargent. A little bit, just to try and get him a bit more
So let's
pace.
lean on
Close
these
him up
tyres.
to Piastri. George sets a new fastest lap of 1:16.9. Right behind Max Verstappen. Different tyre strategy though.
Take it easy there.
Let's have a look. Let's explore. Going onto a set of mediums at the end. It's 3 seconds slower. But I'm gonna go with that. I think we'll keep the same strategy for Logan. I don't think he's going to be able to make a set of mediums work with any kind of convincing bit of pace. Behrman's into the pits. There goes Logan Sargent, so he's up to P15. Slowish stop for Behrman there. How are we looking on pit stop times? Just out of curiosity. Quickest stop, 2.28 for George. We are there with Logan, just. But the next stops are going to need to be quicker than 2.4 seconds, I think. Doohan has broken away from Norris. He's actually looking to haul us back in again now that we've slowed our tyre pace down. We were 3/10 down, and yeah, quick lap for both of them. They are closing me down again. Piastri did a 121.6, 121.8 for Sargent. Ugh. All right, let's give him some battery.
Think about
Have a quick
K0
lap.
so we've got energy.
Copy.
It won't be long, I don't think, until Behrman starts pushing onto the back of us. As we are approaching half distance, that is Hamilton starting lap 35. Ocon's going to be hitting the pits. Oh, Hamilton's fault escalates.
Well, yeah, right. It certainly looks like they've developed a fault.
Sorry, Farah. No Hamilton moaning, apparently. There we go. Ocon is in. There's Pourchette rounding the final corner. Doohan getting very close. He's going to be boxing in a lap or two. Soft tyres, so that's another stop still to come for Esteban Ocon. We are seeing 3 stops from quite a few cars, it would seem. He gets that just in front of Oscar, and there is Logan Sargent. Much better lap for Logan Sargent.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
Doohan's going to be boxing next lap, I think. Alonso's in. I'm amazed that gearbox of his hasn't picked up any more wear yet. Hasn't developed a fault. He's riding his luck here. So the big question now is, with Hamilton having an escalation of the fault on his gearbox, will Antonelli hunt him down? Gasly is in. That's Alonso leaving the pits. Kimi has taken... No, he hasn't. This is a slow lap himself.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Into the pits for Liam Lawson.
I'm trying.
Just get back on it.
Set us off, so Lawson needs to stop again.
Tell me what the tyres are.
Starting to struggle with the rear a little bit.
Push on your front.
And we have a yellow flag.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Who had spin? Yuki. Yuki Spinoda. He did that right in front of Liam Lawson as he exited the pits. He missed the DRS.
Ahead of you, Piastri.
Knew I'd stayed in harvest too long. Doohan still hasn't stopped. He's going to have to stop this lap or else he's going to be in really, really dangerous territory. It's so easy to get a puncture around this track. See how aggressive the cars ride the curves. Valtteri's in. Pit stop for Porsche. Soft tyre, so Valtteri needs to go again. And there we go, he is in. Norris, I think, just out of DRS range.
Piastri in front.
Or did he get it from the back of Doohan? No, he didn't get it.
Let's stay focused.
He's
Stuff could happen
pushing
at the end.
faster than we're going at the moment. Hard tyres for Jack Doohan, and that will probably take him to the end if he's not overly aggressive with them.
Continue, keep going.
Norris has gone
Behind
through.
we have Ocon.
Take it easy.
There's Doohan,
Copy.
fresh out the pits.
Settle down into a rhythm.
Piastri is going to box this lap.
Focus on bringing the pack
So
back
he
up.
missed the opportunity
Yep,
to get
got
an
it.
overtake on him. Doohan's going to pick us off
Need to
really
focus
quickly,
on getting
or
the
is
pack
he?
up.
He's developed a
Copy.
fault.
But there! Oh dear, that's not what they need right now.
Use overtake.
Confirm.
Antonelli is not closing up. I am very surprised by that. Oh, he's getting hassled by Gasly though. Maybe that's why. Driving defensively. Gasly on fresh tyres. He's going to be trying to unlap himself. We are getting closer and closer to Logan Sargent being lapped. We do now need to start to save more fuel with
We
Teo.
need some lift off.
Copy that.
It's 1.4 kilos for a lap, so we need to save about a
Full
kilo,
3 if you can. We need that.
which we'll probably do over the course of the race, because we are,
Cancel the lift and coast.
well, that's how far we are from getting lapped. Hardly any distance at all. Looking at the sectors, Antonelli had a better first sector. Even in the middle. Down a little bit in the final sector, but he's gained a 10th. Lawson on a flying lap. As Leclerc goes personal best in the final sector, tucked up behind Verstappen. And through he goes. Max down into P5. Still frustrating doing. There is Hamilton in the background. He's got Behrman right behind him.
Okay, you're doing a good job on tyres. Keep doing it. Push on the tyres. He just has DRS.
And good defensive driving again from Logan Sargent. He's keeping Doohan behind. He's been frustrating him, and Doohan gets overtaken by Behrman and lapped at the same time. Can we do the same to Behrman?
You've got a Haas behind.
We're going to get blue flagged any moment, and that will potentially drop us behind both Behrman and Jack Doohan. And this is going to help Antonelli no end. So through comes Hamilton. Where's Doohan? There's Doohan. He rockets past the pair of us. We've kept Behrman behind for now, but Doohan's going to get us up the inside. Not Doohan, sorry, Behrman. Or is he? He's got the DRS, I believe. But we have the line, and we've kept Behrman behind. Yeah, Doohan just rocketed through. It's a tactic I like to use myself when I get the chance. There's Antonelli. He's got Gasly for company. So we might be about to lose out to... well, there goes Behrman pulling out of the way.
Blue flag.
I'm going to box this lap to try and avoid
Do everything you can, mate.
getting mullered.
Pit entry.
There we go. So we'll avoid the shenanigans of being overtaken by Behrman and Gasly. That'll protect Sargent's confidence as well.
Continue like this. Car behind is Ocon.
Alonso throws it up the inside. Porsche's tyres dying. He will be in soon.
Let's go.
Into the pit stand for Sargent. Ah, it's not quick enough. Not quick enough. Looks like we might miss out on some points, some big points. Potentially even points at all in the DHL competition today. Right, so these tyres are going to the end.
Car behind
We are
there is
currently
Sainz.
P16. Sainz, Valtteri, Hulkenberg, Schumacher, Bortoletto. None of them are a threat. Can we catch Piastri? Maybe. Who is it coming through? Is it Max?
This will be a blue
It
flag.
is Max. We're about to get blue flags to a guy who's about to pit. That's not good.
Use energy.
Copy.
Let's see if we can stay ahead of him.
Lean on the tyres at the high speed, but don't overslip them.
Do not want to pull over for a car that's about to hit the pits. It'll just cost us time unnecessarily.
Back off now.
Yep.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
And there we go. We were 1.2 seconds quicker than Max. We are clear.
Tires are ready.
Copy that.
Bring the pack up.
Yeah,
Under
got it.
pressure from the other Aston now. Through goes Yuki Tsunoda. There is Esteban Ocon,
Race is long.
but he's going to be stopping very soon as well.
He will be 2 seconds behind us.
And there we go, Max into the pits. We avoided the unnecessary blue flag. We will get blue flag for Lawson pretty soon, I think. I doubt Sargent's going to have enough pace to stay ahead of him.
Piastri is behind.
Hard tyres for Max to take him to the end of the Grand Prix. Don't want to burn the battery given that we are about to stop. I'd like us to defend this, but I don't think we're going to have the grip. We didn't even get the chance to contest it in turn 1. Ocon completed the move before we even got there.
Continue, keep going.
So we're still in the conversation for a point. Norris, Alonso will need to stop. Ocon will need to stop. We're not too far away from these guys. You know, from Alonso down, it is what, 3, 6, 7 seconds. That's not too bad. We will come out behind Doohan, so we're going to have to overtake Doohan and Gasly. Gasly's going to need to stop again. Behrman's going to need to stop again. Antonelli and Hamilton both going to need to stop again. The gap has come down, but the Alpines are still hassling and harrying Antonelli all the way.
Next car in front will be
Evening,
Russell.
Adrian. We're boxing on the next lap.
Lift off needed.
Copy, copy.
Oh, and the gap is now down to a tenth. A couple of tenths. Bad lap for Hamilton. Antonelli gets the undercut, which I think he's going to. Given that Hamilton has those gearbox issues, that could be a win for Kimi.
Gap to Russell in front, 9.0. and we are boxing this lap.
Copy. Box.
So it's going to be a stop next lap then for Kimi. Can he get the move done into turn 1 here? Hamilton covers him off. Doesn't really have the grip to attack, but he's going to have a look up the inside, and he pulls the move off. What a move from Kimi. He is through into the lead. He's going to box this lap as well. At least I would imagine he's going to box this lap. He might stay out, but I think he's boxing. Porsche is in.
Lane.
Kimi's staying out. Ooh, that could be bad. Hamilton might get him back here. Oh, 2.3. That's good enough potentially to get on the leaderboard.
And what's a wide line on exit?
Antonelli holds Hamilton off in turn 1. Can he defend here? No, Hamilton returns the favour up the inside through 2. And if Hamilton boxes this lap,
4.4.
Antonelli has
Behind
wasted a
PR3.
golden opportunity.
Gap to him 8.5.
So where are we? We're P14 right now. 5 seconds behind Behrman. Sargent is closing in on the back of Oscar, and he's got a almost full battery. We're going to start to splurge it now.
Overtake is available.
Copy.
And that is Hamilton into the pits. I think the gamble has backfired for Kimi. He should have boxed last lap. He could have had an undercut. Soft tyres for both. Hamilton does still have that fault, but these two are going to be a couple of seconds apart on the road in Hamilton's favour. I think Sargent is right in front of those two. He is. That is Leclerc lapping Oscar Piastri. Or trying to.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Yeah, copy.
I'm going to get blue flag, so I'm just going to use this opportunity to save a little bit of fuel and a little bit of tyre and harvest some battery. It's inevitable I'm going to get blue flag in a really bad spot. But don't do this. We have a yellow flag.
Blue flag.
It's a lock up
Right
for
there,
Mick.
we can take a look now. And it was Mick Schumacher involved. Nothing wrong so far. And there's the lockup. And hopefully there's not too much damage to the tyres.
I was hoping Hamilton would have dived through by now. Oh, Antonelli gets a sneaky
Ahead of you,
overtake.
Piastri.
He used us to slipstream his way through. There goes Hamilton.
Bottas has come.
Now we've been blue flagged for Hamilton.
So we can cancel the lift and coast.
And now we can go on the attack.
Energy if you need.
Copy.
Oh, is that terminal fault for Hamilton?
And yeah, a terminal failure.
It is. Hamilton's going to fail.
Absolutely
His gearbox has given up. He'll be into the pits at the end of this lap. Championship leader is retiring. I knew you'd appreciate the move there, Farah. I'm sure you appreciate the failure even more. I think Oscar's pulled away from Charles. He has.
And good job.
There we go.
P12.
Retirement for Lewis
Norris
Hamilton.
in front.
Let's have a look at that. So here we go, heading into turn 1. The opportunity begging to be taken.
Oh, Behrman's going to hit both us and his teammate,
Up
perhaps.
to 12th and sniffing at those points places.
Yes, he does. So Behrman drops 2 places. Lewis Hamilton retired. All right, so that means this race is effectively Kimmy's to lose. And it puts Pourchaire and Sargent
job on the
one
management.
step closer to fulfilling the objectives. Pourchaire one position closer to the points.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Yeah, copy that.
No more overtaking.
Copy.
So deployed.
Copy.
Come on, battery. Save me, save me. Ah, come on. Ah, he's got me. Yeah, he's got me. Damn it.
Charge on.
Okay, copy.
We are a lap down, so I don't have to worry about fuel saving with Teo anymore. And Ocon's dropped me already. Ocon's on a flyer.
Copy.
He's really going for it. Look at the queue of traffic up ahead. Alonso's into the pits. So is Gasly. He's going to be coming in very soon. Doohan's going to need to stop again still. Alonso is the limit. We're not going to be able to catch Fernando unless his gearbox gives out. Not with him being on brand new soft tyres. Charles is in. This could be a 1-2 potentially for Mercedes. Leclerc on soft tyres will have a shout at catching George Russell. Oh, he's going to have more than a shout, actually. That is Russell just there. So I think Russell could be on. Well, actually, Russell's got new tyres. So, ooh, yeah, this could be an interesting outcome. Russell and Leclerc are going to be fighting for second. I don't think Max is going to be in the equation. 1:17.1. That is a very quick lap for Ocon last time round. But now it's our turn to close up. And this is the Alpines that's holding everybody up.
Next guy in front is Ocon.
Right, let's concentrate.
Oh, come on. No. Damn it.
Charge on. Continue, keep going.
Car behind Piastri.
Sargent in 14th place. Lawson's into the pits.
Race is long.
And we need to look after the rear tires.
Copy.
We will check that.
Oh no. No.
We'll see that later.
Is
Now
that my battery?
But the car's definitely not happy. Surely some kind of fault.
Yeah, that's my battery. Caused by overheating and curbs and condition.
Gap to him 0.9.
And reminder, some lift and coast.
Copy.
So we need to push.
I've got someone coming up behind me. I think it's George. George and Max.
Copy, copy.
Well, no, not Max. Or is it Kimmy? It might be Kimmy. It's Kimmy. Because George has just gone through on Logan Sargent. There's George. There's Kimmy. Through he goes. Worst possible time for us to have battery issues. I would have loved to have been able to ride the slipstream of Kimmy all the way through ahead of the cars in front of us. But I need to avoid some curves for a few laps. Cool the engine temp down
Gap to him 1.8.
until that fault goes away. That's assuming it does go away. It might not go away. Is that Portoletto trying to... No. Schumacher trying to get through. I think it is. Yeah, it's Schumacher. How's Logan doing? He's got Portoletto chasing him down. P14 is better than I was hoping for with Logan Sargent. I was aiming for 16th. This is why I didn't want the board coming to this Grand Prix, because I knew we wouldn't get anything like the result we got in Baku.
Tire phase update when you can.
Might as well save some tyre wear while
Energies
we're
are good.
Copy, copy.
protecting as well.
We should slow down.
Copy.
Gasly's still out there.
Careful on traction.
Copy.
And charge button on.
Copy.
Okay, next car in front is Gasly.
Wasn't saving. I might have been able to get through there. There's George. Gasly hits the pits. George has already got through past Schumacher. Gets through past me. I'm losing so much time trying to get this fault clear. There we go. Fault is
Understood.
cleared.
Copy, copy.
Risking it developing again, but we need to close back up.
And more energy
I'd
available.
like to get doing before doing hits the pits. Behrman's catching Sargent. Gasly's probably going to catch him before the end of the Grand Prix. So it might end up being P15 for Sargent.
And tires are okay.
Copy.
I think I might have just got the DRS off doing. I did.
And push.
Let's get that overtake.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Get that confidence boost.
Copy.
Into peak. Lovely stuff.
We need to manage these tires, okay?
Copy.
And we'll need lift off.
I need to save another 0.4 kilos with Logan Sargent as well. Behrman's right on him. Behrman gets lapped. And then immediately follows through Liam Lawson there. No, Max Verstappen.
Man, this is so...
Lawson's just
Still
going
a
through
lot to
turn
happen
3
from here.
now.
Just get back in your rhythm. Gasly now the car behind.
Gasly's flying, he's only 5 seconds behind. Yeah, I'm going to lose 14th place. I'll happily take 15th.
Copy that.
Okay, good lifting coast now.
Copy.
Caught back up to George. Punch my
At the
way
moment,
through
we are
George.
P10. So in front we have Norris. He will be 3.5 seconds behind us.
What is the fastest lap? It's 1:16.5. Slouching by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, 1:14.9. Yeah, it's a long way ahead of what we can do. Here comes Charles Leclerc. I think Russell might actually hang on. Looking at it now, I thought Russell would maybe struggle, but I knew Max wouldn't be able to catch him, but I thought Leclerc would be quicker.
Currently P14. Gap ahead is 3. Behind you, Gasly.
And through he goes.
Gasly's 0.8. You've got energy if you need it.
Copy.
Gasly's going to dive through. I'm going to get DRS and continue to save a little bit more battery, and that last little bit of fuel that we need.
We can focus on our race now.
And maybe if we can stay close
Science
enough.
car behind.
We can still jump Bearman or
Reduce the lift
Gasly
and
or
coast.
both at the
Copy.
end. Don't think we're going to catch Piastri.
So we're all good on energy.
Copy.
Focus
Turn
on
our
bringing the
attention
pack
back to
up.
Teo.
Copy.
George has gone through again.
And try to increase pushing status.
We are back in the points. Doing still out there.
Copy.
That
Yep,
seems
copy that.
foolish. But who am I to judge? Alright, we're in the tracks of Norris. Who I think was too far away to get DRS.
Charge button on. Charge button on.
He was.
Copy.
We weren't. Doohan finally hits the pits.
Try to look after the tires.
He's going to be another positional threat to Sargent. 33.5 seconds clear of Sainz though, so yeah, P15. I'll quite happily take P15. Sounded like a bad stop for Doohan, perhaps. Lawson's gone through and got ahead of him. And that might curb some of Doohan's pace for a lap or two at least. We can pick off Lando Norris here.
The next car in front is Norris.
Continue, keep going.
Copy. Copy.
If we're smart about it, we might even be able to pick off
Charge button
Ocon as
on.
well.
Charge button on.
I think Norris is closing on Ocon actually this lap. Oh, he is, yeah, massively. Ocon got lapped, that's why. So now we do not want any more battery issues. We're now where we need to be on fuel with Logan Sargent. Bearman got
How are the
lapped
tyres?
by Leclerc.
Front left is struggling a little.
So you've got energy
And a
available.
little bit more battery.
Copy.
A little bit of tyre to spare, but not a lot. We'll use it while we're pushing the battery, and then we'll turn
Pick
it
up
off
the
again.
pace a bit.
Norris in front. Continue like this. And 6 laps to go.
6
Copy,
laps
copy.
and plenty of tyre now. We have a yellow flag. That is Ocon. Spun around. That's P8. We got him without even having to
Yellow
try.
ahead.
Copy that.
In the dirty air behind, I think, Alonso.
How the wheel spin?
More than a wheel spin, he had a whole car spin. So now we just need to try and hold back Lando. Let's check in with Sargent. We've got the gap to Bearman down. It's Doohan still stuck.
Do what you
Yes,
can.
he is, and his fault is escalating. Is that gearbox for Doohan? It is. That helps massively. Keep him behind us.
bring the pack up.
Yep.
Oh god, the second I stop pushing the battery, Behrman just takes off again.
Use energy.
Copy.
5 laps to go.
Come on, stay in range, please.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
So take it easy in the fast corners.
Copy.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
So 8th place is the absolute best we can do without outside interference. Divine intervention.
And tyre phase update where you can.
Ocon's no longer a threat with his tyres at 36% after that spin. Gasly's too far back. It is a battle between us and Lando now for P8. And we have much healthier tyres. There's a real risk for Lando that he might lose the DRS on this next lap. I hope he does.
And
'Cause
Norris
he's about to
with
start
DRS.
dumping whatever battery he's got.
And 4 laps to go.
It's 3 laps to go. And I'm going to push my tyres to the end now.
You can push.
Not going to catch Alonso. He's way too far ahead of us. And Norris is going for it. Seven tenths quicker than us in that first sector. Partly because of the DRS, but you can see he's right all over the back of us here, trying to find a way through. Saving my battery. I'm going to need it. We gained half a second back in the middle sector. He's still going to have DRS to us, I think. Almost managed to break him.
Norris behind with DRS. You're doing a good job. And 3 laps to go.
Copy, copy.
Down to just 2 laps. We can absolutely muller the
Need
last
you
of
to
the
push
rubber.
now.
As soon as we get through, there we go. Now it's time to push.
Use DRS.
Copy, copy.
Norris lost momentum, stuck trying to get through on the back of that Porsche. Which one was it? Was it Valtteri? It
You are
was
doing a good
Valtteri.
job on tyres.
Valtteri just did me a huge solid.
Just keep cruising up to him.
And hammer the last of the tyres here as well. Give it everything on the battery.
Use energy.
Yeah, confirm.
Can I get P13?
2
Fault
laps
for
to go.
Bortoletto.
Copy.
We've caught Behrman, and if we get a really strong run out of the final turn, it's not impossible that we can find ourselves having a crack at Piastri as well. Only 2 seconds ahead.
We need to keep going.
Need to complete the move into turn 1, which we did. We get unimpeded deployment here.
Copy, copy.
Oh, get out of the way, get out of the way.
Good job. Piastri in front.
There we go. I'm going to run out of battery. Damn it. Can't push the fuel. Really close to the edge already. Porsche is now 5 seconds clear
Good time management.
of Lando Norris. That's it. I'm out of fuel.
Careful on the energy.
Copy.
Unless Piastri has a mistake now,
Reminder on the
he's
eye.
going to stay ahead of us.
Copy.
Kimi wins.
Check it.
Mercedes there, picking up the win.
And that, I believe, is his first win.
After that performance, there's no doubt that they deserve their spot
Unless he
at the
picked one
top
up
of
last
the
season.
podium.
Porsche is home and hosed in 8th place. That
Ahead
is
of you,
4 points.
Piastri.
I did not think we were going to get. It's about 3 points more than I thought we could contend for.
Head down.
Piastri is going to hang on for 12th.
Last checkered flag.
We will take 13th with Sargent, which is about 3 places more than I thought he could get as well. So a good day all round, considering the car and the track. Very pleased with the result. Antonelli with the win. Tyres were almost completely gone at the end there. George finished just 2 seconds behind his teammate in the end. Max in 3rd. Leclerc had to settle for 4th. He didn't have enough left to catch Verstappen, so Max will claim the final spot on the podium. Lawson in 5th. Strong weekend again for Red Bull. That's 2 cars in the top 5. Aston getting 6th and 7th. Big recovery points-wise for them after the double retirement in Baku. And then it's a yellow flag. Someone's run out of fuel. I think it might have been Bortoletto.
And among the drivers heading back to their teams, we see Carlos Sainz.
And for them, it's P16 and no points from today's race.
Bit of a miserable-looking Carlos Sainz there.
How do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there though.
And that then marks the end of our time here in Hungary.
Now the teams will be looking ahead to Imola, where the season progresses with the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Get ready for some fierce competition.
No podium celebrations because there is no head model for race winner Kimi Antonelli, up 4 places from where he started to take the win, thanks in part to Hamilton's retirement. But it would have been a really good fight between him and Lewis in that final stint. Kind of a little disappointed we didn't get to see that in the end. George takes 2nd place, gets the fastest lap as well, just 2 seconds behind his teammate. So it's a 1-2 for Mercedes. Max rounds out the podium in 3rd. Leclerc up 8 places after once again getting eliminated early in qualifying. Finishes in 4th place. Liam Lawson in 5th. Yuki Tsunoda up 1 place for 6th. 7th place, Fernando Alonso up 10 places. What a great result for him. He's the last car on the lead lap as well. Only 7 cars on the lead lap. Then it is Porsche in 8th place. A lap down, but 4 more points for Cadillac and for himself in the drivers' standings as well. 2 points for McLaren. Lando Norris coming home in 9th. Ocon gets the final point there for himself and Haas. Gasly up 9 places to finish in 11th place. Oscar down 6 places. The bad luck at McLaren continues. They are struggling. Logan Sargent gained 6 places today, up from 19th to 13th. No points, but a good solid performance. Happy with how he acquitted himself today. Ollie Behrman takes 14th. Jack Doohan down in 15th. Sainz in 16th. It's Hulkenberg in 17th. 18th and 2 laps down, Valtteri in the first of the 2 Porsches. Then it's Gabriel Bortoletto in the 2nd Audi, and Schumacher bring up the rear in the 2nd Porsche, also 2 laps down. 2 retirements, Alex Albon losing control of the car in practice, or was it qualifying? I forget. But his car gave up, his engine gave out on him, and then Lewis Hamilton's gearbox gave up and forced him to retire. Big cloud of smoke from Albon, just a lot of muttering and cursing from Lewis's car, but both of them out. Let's see the driver standings then. No points for Lewis Hamilton, and second place for George has closed the gap to 20 points. 145 for Lewis, 125 for George, picking up 18 today. Max in third has also closed the gap a little bit as well. 15 points gained over Lewis. He is now 31 points away from the lead. Fourth place, Kimi Antonelli, with that win, has brought him comfortably ahead of Charles Leclerc, and has also taken another 10 points out of Max. He's just 6 behind now in that battle for third place. Leclerc has 71 points in fifth. Porsche still in sixth place on 58 points. Lawson closing the gap a bit. He's 13 behind in seventh on 45 points. No points for Sargent. He hangs on to eighth, but only just, as Fernando Alonso is now just 1 point behind after his points, and just 4 points further back is Yuki Tsunoda, who moves up into the top 10 tonight. Then it is Oscar down into 11th place. No points again for the reigning champion. Disastrous season for him and for McLaren. Norris is 12th, just 4 points back. It's only, 43 points in total for McLaren. That's not good at all. Ollie Behrman is 13th, just 3 points for him so far. Ocon gets up 2 places with another point today. He's now on 2 points, moving ahead of Sainz and Doohan with 2 and 1 respectively. Then the non-scorers, it's Gasly 17th, 18th for Albon, 19th for Hulkenberg, 20th for Valtteri, 21st for Bortoletto, and Mick Schumacher is 22nd. In the constructor standings, Mercedes go top, 43 points, maximum points today for the Woking outfit, and that puts them on 233 points and 17 points clear of Ferrari, who picked up just 12 points today with Hamilton's retirement. It's unusual to see that it's Leclerc bringing home the lion's share of the points, but hopefully this will see Leclerc actually start to get some good point finishes. We will be scouting Leclerc to see what his mentality is like. Red Bull picking up 25 points. They're on 159. They are a distant third at the moment, but if they keep picking up good points like this, they will start eventually to bring themselves back up the order a little bit, potentially. 4 points, only 4 points for Cadillac, but we're on 93, and we are closing in on that magic 100 triple-digit number. Not quite there yet. Need 7 more points. Aston picking up 14 today. They're on 64 in 5th. And that is McLaren on 42 points in 6th. Just 2 points for them today. 1 point for Haas today. They are on 5 now in 7th place. 8th place is Williams with just 2 points. Alpine in 9th with 1 point. Then the non-scoring teams of Audi in 10th and Porsche in 11th. In the pit stops, we did get into the top 10 in the end with that 2.3 second stop. I did say we would need to be quicker than 2.4 looking at the first round of stops, and that proved to be the case. We did manage to get some solid points. Mercedes take top spot, Alpine are second, we're in third, Aston fourth, fifth and seventh for Ferrari, sixth for Williams, Sainz in between the two of them. Mercedes getting a second car into the top 10 as well with Antonelli, and Sauber picking up the last 2 places, 9th and 10th there. No points for Red Bull. So, in the standings, we have stretched our lead a little bit over Red Bull. The gap now back up to 25 points, thanks to them not getting any points today. No points for McLaren either. They are on 85 points. Mercedes move up into 4th on 65, 3 ahead of Porsche, who dropped into 5th place. Then it's Alpine moving above Ferrari by a single point. They're on 50, Ferrari on 49. Then it's Audi with 31 points. Aston moving above Williams. They're both tied on 26 points, but Aston moving to 9th. Then Haas in 11th place, just 2 points for Haas. There's a summary of our stops. First stop for Porsche and second stop for Logan, not quick enough. That stop there for Sargent was initially good enough to get on the board, but I knew we would need something quicker than that. And we managed to pull it out there with Porsche's second stop. So we did get some points today, which is good. Both drivers get their sponsor targets done. So we add another 1.5 million to our bank balance. And let's head back to HQ. Future Planning Award has gone through. That's my first part, apparently. that is researched for next season. Boardroom upgrade is done. Let's see if the board will look on us a little bit more kindly. Hospitality area refurb is done. That's good for our sponsors. Porsche goes up by an overall rating point, 83. And there is the side pod research complete. And the chassis research as well. We've got a spare suspension, a spare side pod, and a spare underfloor. Anything else? Nope, there we go. That's the lot. Into the inbox. Let's see, let's clear off these emails here. There we go, post-race data. So, best strategy was a one-stop. Nobody one-stopped that Grand Prix. Let's see, chassis, front wing, rear wing, and suspension all failed. They all need to be replaced. That's a lot of parts. That's why we were making some spares. Ah, dear. Predicted finish 21st, we finished in 8th, 22nd and 13th. Very pleased with that. But the board are miserable though. You know what the board is like. Ignoring those emails because they're almost always wrong. What email am I missing? Oh, here we go. Driver development updates. These came through yesterday. So, we've gained a point in smoothness, 2 points in overtaking, and a point in reactions there for Teo. That's pretty damn nice. A point in cornering and a point in braking gained as well for Logan Sargent. Excellent. He needs to improve both of those to get his pace up. Very much so. What's his accuracy? 80. Reactions, 82. So all of his key stats are in that kind of ballpark, which is good. There's the boardroom, hospitality. We were in debt. We now got 4 mil in the bank. It's the first of the month, so we've got pit crew training to do. Let's get that done first before we do anything else. We've still got an email that we haven't read yet, apparently. Is it all the way down here? No, it's not one I missed. Oh, it's the development drivers. I forgot to click on that one. There we go. So, let's see. Jack has gained a point in reactions. Ugo has gained a point in control, smoothness, and accuracy. Very nice. Let's check on the ladies. Nothing for Leah Block. And Chloe has only literally just joined us within a week. So, no improvement for her either. Bit of a shame that... oh, no, wait. We put Leah on commercial, didn't we? Or did we? I think I might have moved her onto commercial. Yes, I did. And she's only on average development. She's 19. She's only average. A shame. Or is that because we've moved her onto commercial training? Marketability. I don't know. Let's fix the cars. See what we're left with spare part wise. Not a lot. One across the board. Chassis at risk. Side pods and underfloor at risk, but we've now got 2 spares. Underfloor there, so we're going to need to replace that again soon. Rear wings at risk. That's okay. Where are we with the rear wing here? 20 days away. I'm going to see if we can hold out for that. The suspension project's 10 days away. Before we plan anything else, we're going to get the pit crew training done. Let's go with pit stop time, just to make things a little easier to start. What's our fatigue level? Too high. Let's block that out. Why is it so high? Oh, we started the month with high fatigue. That's why. Let's give them the Monday off as well then. It's still really high, look. It's way too high. Alright, so let's downgrade this from split training to... from gym training to split training. That'll save a few extra percentage points as well. Okay, and then we can get away with a morning potentially, of car building. Just about. Excellent. So that day needs clearing out. I just want to try something. If I do that, I'll just exit. Wish there was an easy way you could just click up here and clear day by pressing a button. Alright, so let's go with more balanced training. Give them the Sunday off. Yeah, fatigue level more under control now. Is this a sprint weekend? It is. This isn't. No, it's a normal weekend. Okay. Let's go with a full day of car building. And we can do another full day as well. Let's go with another full day of car building. That's a little bit tighter than I would like. Okay, let's make that a full day of pit stop training. Perfect. Going in with 0 fatigue into the Grand Prix weekend. And then I can do a morning of training. And we'll do more car building to keep this balanced here. That gets our end of month fatigue level down to 20%. So we'll start the following month at 0 or 1. That'll be fine. Mistake chances now down under 10%. Estimated pit stop time down to about 2.3 seconds. Car building up to 72%. That's good. Confirm those changes. So we have 4 mil in the bank. Let me check in with our facilities. I know we're getting dangerously close down here. They're okay for now. It'd be nice to drop another upgrade on that, but it's 3.5 mil. I don't want to spend that amount of money just yet. There are other things that are more important. Let's take a look at the board. They were delighted with Budapest. Really? Really? You sent me an email, a snarky email, after a brilliant result in Baku saying, we're not pleased with how things are going, we'd like to come along. That led me to think they're really not going to like the performance. So I said, no, get stuffed. They're still delighted anyway. Ugh, that's so frustrating. If I'd known they were going to be delighted with a couple of points, I would have taken the gamble and just invited them along. Never mind. Maybe the new boardroom has played a part in that. Who knows? Well, these guys are now proof positive. Happy chappies. Nothing at 100 though. And still nothing at 100. So we'll leave them to it. We've already done Julian, haven't we? Yeah, we've already sorted him out. That's good. Right. Car development. We have some money. Not a huge amount. And that sponsor money is still 2.5 weeks away. I can't remember how much we're on for. I think it's a decent amount. I don't remember what our sponsor income is. So let's see. Have we got a new ATR? Not for another 20 days. Okay, so let's see. That's a Mark III rear wing. Everything else is Mark II. Can I do something funky with a front wing? big gains, and yet still not enough. Let's look at something like that. Can't really afford to lose any tyre wear. Take a little bit of life out of the front wing. Let's go like that. That's five ranks on the high speed. That shows just how far behind we are in low and medium speed. Let's try doing that. We gained a little bit more. Not a huge amount more. Yeah, I can't really afford to take anything else away. Let's leave it at that then. Let's get that going. Just a normal development on this one. In conjunction with other things that should provide a nice little boost. We are going to have to do an underfloor with hours, I think. Or am I going to need to use the hours for reg changes? What are the reg changes? 30. Yeah, I'm going to need the hours. Going to need the hours for research to stop us from falling way behind next season. So let's see if we can get another underfloor going then. Maybe we can find a bit of extra downforce. Like this. Not a lot. Really not a lot. Ugh. Do not like that. That seems almost like a waste of money. So if we're going to get any real improvement out of the underfloor, we're going to have to do an intense build, which we can't afford, or use hours. So what about chassis? Chassis is usually good for some good performance boosts. That's going to give us a mighty car in the high speed again. Let's dial back maybe the middle airflow a touch. Nah, we'll leave it like that. That's not bad. I mean, I would prefer not to be getting quite so much in the high speed, but I'm not going to turn it down. We're going to get a nice little extra boost in the medium speed. We really do need to work on the low speed performance. I think the next front wing might have to be, after the one we're doing now, is going to have to be very low speed focused. So we'll gain a little bit here in the DRS. We'll get a smidge on the acceleration. A little bit of extra speed, but not a huge amount. Let me see if I can maybe just sneak a bit more out of that. There we go. Let's get to that. We will gain a touch more in engine cooling. I can afford to maybe just dial that back a touch. I want to make some gains in engine cooling, but given the fact that cooling is being hammered on the reg changes, I don't want to spend all of my performance trying to improve that, only for it to then drop massively again next season. The less we improve it, the less it's going to drop. It's still going to drop, but by a smaller actual amount. There we go, one engineer. So there we go. We've got 3 parts in development now. 20 days for the rear wing. That's a fraction under 3 weeks, and then a month and a bit for the front wing and the chassis. We are 11 days away from Imola. Let's advance time. We have a spare chassis. So what's our spare parts situation looking like now? 2 spare chassis, 1 spare front wing, 1 spare rear wing, 2 side pods, 2 underfloors, 1 suspension. Let's make another couple of spare front wings. Don't really want to make another rear wing unless we can get away with it. Yeah, if we can get away with it. And it's only 3 days to build one as well, so we'll have time between a race, assuming we've got a slot available in the factory. We'll have space. We'll have time to make one, even if we're in a triple header or something like that. Low number of suspensions. What do you mean low number of... Oh, yeah, 1 short. Okay, that's fine. Javier goes up by a point. He's up to 89 overall now. Lovely stuff. ERS is in poor condition. That was a point. I was going to have to use some money to maybe buy new components, wasn't I? Well, we'll keep going for now. We'll make that decision when we absolutely have to. There's our spare front wings. 2 days to go to Imola. Do we have a weather report yet? We should do. It's another baking hot race. We haven't had much in the way of rain, have we? 28 degrees on the Friday, 26 on the Saturday, 24 on the Sunday. We are not close enough yet for a forecast for Austria, but there is a 37% chance of rain there, so we might see some wet weather in Austria. But that's it for tonight. That's it for this week. You know, for scheduled streams. I may do a bit of trucking over the weekend. But this is our lineup for next week's races. Imola next Thursday, and then Austria for a sprint next Friday. And we've got more parts on the way now as well. As far as the standings go, it's been a decent week for us. We had a phenomenal result yesterday, and then we actually got some surprise points today, 4 points. But yeah, we are not in contention for either championship, nor should we be, really. Hamilton is top from George by 20 points in the driver's standings. Max is a little bit further back. He's on 114 points, so 31 points behind Hamilton, and 11 points behind George Russell there. In the constructor standings, Mercedes have taken the lead. Kimi and George are consistently picking up big points in every Grand Prix. Ferrari is struggling because normally Leclerc isn't scoring. This time it was Hamilton with a mechanical failure. Red Bull have been starting to pick up some more regular points. They might start to close the gap up to Ferrari. I think this could well be Mercedes Constructors' Championship. I still think Ferrari are going to win the Drivers' Championship with Hamilton. I think his form this year has been phenomenal, and I think he'll have the legs to hold off George. But I think Mercedes could now be at the point where they're going to start breaking away in the Constructors. There's still a long way to go. We're only 7 rounds into the championship, so plenty more to come. But yeah, that's my prediction. Hamilton wins the Drivers and Mercedes win the Constructors. Let's see if that bears out when we get to the end of the season. If you have enjoyed tonight's race, then go ahead and drop a like. If you're not yet subscribed, then why not subscribe to the channel as well? And be sure to hit that bell to be notified whenever these streams go live. We do have a schedule that we try and stick to during the week, but at the weekend it's a kind of a free-for-all, and you might get a bonus stream or even 2 bonus streams without much in the way of notification. Don't forget to check out my other channel as well if you're new here. There is our PlayStation channel where we are running a much longer season campaign on the PlayStation version of this game. We're on Season 6, halfway through. We're at the mid-season point of Season 6 there. And that'll be on Monday and Tuesday. And then, of course, if you want some trucking, stick on this channel for that. Wednesdays is American Truck Day, and then we usually do something with Euro Truck over the weekend. So yeah, thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some trucking at some point over the weekend, perhaps. Bye for now.